Hey people, it's me, Lisa Lillian, also known as Hungry Girl, and I'm here at Hungryland with Mikey and Jamie. Hello, humans.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. I think we're jet lagged, but we're good.
You're back and better than ever. Very excited. You know, everyone always says you should start your podcast by telling people to subscribe, which we never do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Should we tell people?
I mean, but come back after you subscribe.
Subscribe to the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't want them to get so excited that they abandon the podcast and go sign up and forget about the podcast.
The people listening now, they're probably already subscribed. But if you're not subscribed, you should subscribe and you should review us and tell us that you enjoy the podcast.
Yeah.
That's how I'm starting.
Or that you don't. We can take it.
Yeah, we are. We're thick-skinned.
I like to think that there's people driving with a friend in the passenger seat listening to this podcast for the very first time. And then that's the one we're going to get.
You're fantasizing about that.
I am.
And the friend is now signing them both up on their phone. Okay,
Yeah.
This is great. Okay, excited about today's episode. I feel a little weird because it's called the Lisa's Secret Recipe Hacks. So it's my secret recipe hacks.
We have
today.
no idea what we're in for.
None.
Top secret.
Top secret.
I'm excited.
But you are going to get a glimpse into my pantry, my brain, and my life.
Wow.
And how I eat every single
I don't
day.
know if I'm ready for this.
I am ready.
know.
I am ready.
You guys see me every day.
That's true.
So it's old hat. I mean, I eat similar things
No,
all the
there's
time.
definitely, I have some idea of what's on deck, and there are things I had not known about.
That you didn't know about me.
Not at all.
My secrets.
I'm shocked
I mean,
what you put in your blender.
I think this is going to be a really exciting episode because this truly is a glimpse into my mad scientist work in the kitchen and things that I've been up to more lately. So I think it's cool. And I hope that people are writing this down. So if you're somewhere where you could have a pen and a paper and not look like a weirdo, like on a treadmill with a pen and a paper or something, you should write it down. If not, just play it over and over again or check out our show page at hungry-girl.com/foodcast.
Yep. And make sure you are signed up for those daily emails for the latest secret hacks to come out of Lisa's brain.
Yes.
True. Okay, so before we get into the hacks, what are we starting with?
Breaking news.
Okay, remember Archie McPhee? Does that ring a
Hell
bell?
yes.
Yeah, the pickled
That's-
candy canes.
Yeah, Archie, that's a website that has all weird, great, amazing stuff.
Yeah. So last year they had pickle flavored candy canes. Well, now this year, are you ready for the newest invention? All right, can I get a drum roll? Kale candy canes.
Gross.
Wah, wah.
Oh.
Yeah, kale flavored candy canes. I'm not sure if that's gonna be a winner like the pickled ones were. Actually, I never tried the pickled ones. Were they good?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't
I
try
don't
'em?
remember. I probably did.
I thought I saw them here last year.
I probably had them
Yeah.
for show, but I'm sure I tasted them.
Yeah.
I like pickle flavored stuff, even if it's sweet, but the kale
Yeah.
will be a fail.
Yeah, that's-
Hashtag fail.
I don't
That's-
even like kale flavored kale.
I know. Who does?
I know.
Or I
You have to
should
put
say
cheese
kale
on it.
flavored kale.
Yeah.
Right. Kale tastes good because you do stuff to
Right.
it.
Yeah. Well, they also are going to come out with ham flavored and pizza flavored. So if you don't like the kale, I would imagine ham or pizza might be pretty tasty. And we'll link to it on our Foodcast page if you want to go buy a box.
I will try all of those, and I feel sure they're all going to be pretty gross.
I mean, I want cheesecake and peach cobbler. That's what I want my candy canes to taste like.
Yeah, more desserty.
Yeah.
I feel like this all stemmed from those Jones soda holiday sodas that were tasted like stuffing and gravy and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's a gimmick.
Yeah.
I'll buy them.
But, it's an acquired taste, but that celery soda, that old deli soda,
Oh,
celery.
yes, your
it's-
grandparents' favorite
Yeah.
deli soda.
I mean, it tastes like celery, but it's sweet celery and it tastes good.
yeah,
so
people love that.
maybe the kale will be the same thing. Just add a little
Maybe.
sugar to kale.
You know what? That's a good point, Mike. We will give it a try.
Yeah.
It's-
Let's do it.
It will be gross.
It won't kill us.
Oh, boy. And that was a good one, Jamie.
But Okay, are we ready to start the hacks?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So my first hack, and it's like a little recipe. It's something that I created maybe 2 weeks ago, and I want you guys to try it. This is what I have named this a cereal milk latte.
Ooh.
And I only came up with the name after I tasted it. And I thought, wow, this tastes like cereal milk. Now, I believe once I was like, I'm so smart, I created this thing. And then I Googled, and cereal milk lattes exist, but that's actually made with milk from cereal. This is not. It just tastes like it. So
So it's a time saver because you don't actually have to like put your cereal in a bowl of milk and
exactly. And no cereal is harmed to make this
Oh,
latte.
that's good.
Or used for that, or abused, or anything. So here are the things that I use. And I'm going to rattle some stuff off that also could be used in other ways. So like you should hear an ingredient and say, oh, I know how I'm going to use that in the future. So first thing I start with an instant vanilla coffee. Very rare. You can't even find it these days. I buy it on Amazon. Okay. Nescafe. Look at this. It says French vanilla, and it's in other languages too. So maybe this is not even like an American product.
I didn't even know you could get flavored instant.
Well, you can, and it's key for this.
Okay.
So, I mean, and if you don't have flavored instant vanilla, you can use the instant coffee of your choice. Starbucks Via is good, or whatever instant coffee you like. But I recommend the Nescafe French vanilla that they sell on Amazon. And Jamie, we're going to link to it, right?
Oh, yeah, heck yes, because I'm going to be the first one in line to order.
Yes. All right. So I use that. I use a teaspoon of that, and then I add to that. All right, this is an ingredient that I might get hate emails from this. I don't know. But I use this. To me, this is a secret weapon that I use in a lot of things. Is it natural? No. Is it healthy? No. But a little goes a long way and it will change your life. Enter Coffee Mate French vanilla sugar-free powder.
Ooh la la, how retro.
Ooh, totally retro. Okay, wait. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to read about it.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Some people say, oh, I keep the liquid Coffee Mate. It's not the same. And I'm going to tell you why. The liquid Coffee Mate, to get the bang you need, you get out of one tiny teaspoon of this, you need several tablespoons. You end up using 50 to 100 calories worth of liquid for what you would get for about 10 calories worth of the powder. So that's a little known secret that people don't know. So this powder has 30 calories a tablespoon. I never, ever, ever use a whole tablespoon. I use a teaspoon.
It's so potent.
10 calories.
It's delicious.
Smell this. It smells like Ready Whip and vanilla heaven. It's great. And even though there are some chemicals in it, you use the tiniest amount.
Right.
So whenever I use this, by the way, in anything, and I'll use it in oatmeal, I use it in everything, but I dissolve it in warm water.
Oh,
first,
right. Okay, that's the
because
trick.
it gets clumpy if you don't do that. So, so I add this to the coffee. Then I add, here's another weird thing that you're going to be like, what the heck are you talking about? Malted milk powder. Do we
Okay,
have it here?
that's retro.
Is it here? Okay, it's Carnation. I don't know if we have it with us. Carnation malted milk powder. And you're probably thinking, my supermarket doesn't have it. Every supermarket has it. Again, a serving of it, I think, is 3 tablespoons for 90 calories.
Wow.
I use 2 teaspoons of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I use 2 teaspoons of the French vanilla Coffee Mate powder, 2 teaspoons of the malted milk powder, 1 teaspoon of the coffee. I add a little bit of cinnamon, like 1/8 of a teaspoon or something. Sometimes you could add a tiny bit of Truvia if you want it super sweet. You don't need to, but you dissolve all of that in a couple of ounces, like a 1/4 cup of hot water, and you make sure it's all dissolved. Then you add another 2 ounces of cold water, so you're in 4 ounces of liquid now.
Got it.
You load it up with ice, like 2 cups of ice. I use crushed ice.
Crushed ice is the best.
I'm an ice snob. So you add the ice, and then you add a 1/2 cup, and this is the key, 1/2 cup of Almond Breeze banana. Banana.
The best.
4
It
ounces.
is such a game changer.
Game changer. Okay. So I made this for you. And are you ready to try it?
I'm
excited.
pretty excited.
Hold on. So we have to pour. I have little pouring glasses. Everyone gets a little cup of ice
Are they spiked?
with alcohol.
Yeah.
No, but you
Michael.
probably could.
Well, 'cause
Can
they're
I
in
tell you
cocktail
if you made
glasses.
if you made a cocktail out of this?
Yeah.
Forget
Be
it.
good.
Yeah,
What are the
pour-
stats on this thing?
Okay, so this thing has about 85 calories, 3 grams of fat.
It's
So
nothing.
it is nothing because it tastes like something you would get at Starbucks for about 400 calories, and that, I tell you, is the truth.
I'm filling it up.
Fill it up. We're going to try this cereal milk latte. I really encourage you to make this at home
It
This-
looks like
or
cinnamon
wherever
milk.
you make your lattes.
If you spike it with, what is it, Kahlua, it would be a
it would be
white
so
milk
good.
latte Russian.
Russian?
Yeah.
It's so yummy, isn't it? Doesn't it taste like cereal milk?
It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Yum.
that it's light. It's not like hit you in the face sweet.
Yeah.
It's not.
No.
It's just like light banana flavor, light
Very light.
cinnamon.
Almost tastes like rice pudding.
Oh yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Rice pudding latte. Okay, we love this, and you probably could make an insane cocktail out of this. I have to say, especially you could also put this in the blender, and I'm not.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
not hate it. I would love it.
What if you use this as the milk on your cereal?
That would probably be incredible.
Your head would explode.
With cinnamon toast crunch.
So you could get your coffee and your cereal all in one shot.
All at once.
I think it's safe to say I liked it. There's nothing left in my cup.
Now, the second hack, honestly, it's all about the sugar-free French vanilla powdered creamer that I talked about
Oh.
it. So I wanted to reiterate again how many things you can do with it and the tiniest amount makes a big difference. And I used to, back before we had delicious tasting like nut milks, I would use skim milk in my like Fiber One. A very retro thing I used to do is have like a half cup of Fiber One with a little bit of skim milk. And it was so boring. I would take a teaspoon of the powdered French vanilla Coffee Mate, dissolve it in like less than an ounce of warm water and throw that into my cereal. I would also chill it first. I'd throw like an ice cube in it and then throw it in my cereal. Game changing.
Oh my gosh.
So think of it as like a secret weapon that you can just use how and wherever you'd want to make something really creamy.
Yeah, I think in the past we've done it in like icings and frostings, and back when we were using it a whole lot in recipes.
Oatmeal.
Oh,
Game
so good.
changing in oatmeal. Same thing. I'm growing oatmeal.
Do you ever just use it in your coffee? Like just add it to coffee?
Yeah, I'll add a teaspoon or two. That's the boring use. That's the intended use of it.
Yeah. But
yeah,
anytime
sure.
I'm making any sort of like iced coffee drink and I'm like, it needs something, it's always, that's what it's missing.
I know. And I don't know, look, again, I don't pay attention to the ingredients that are in this because every time I bring this up to an RD or an expert that I trust, I say, if I use a teaspoon of this a day or 2 teaspoons or like a total of 4 teaspoons a week, they all say the same thing. It's fine. Everything in moderation. If you ate this whole canister or if you had tablespoons at a time every single
Couldn't
day.
possibly do.
Right. Yeah. It's so rich. You don't need to. So it's not, the chemicals in here are not enough to make you just, stop using it forever.
Yeah.
And I
My
think
opinion.
too, it's like, as much as you say, is it healthy in any way? No. There's something to be said for if something's saving you 100, 200 calories a day, that is good for your health.
That
I mean,
in itself
you could, I don't know, that's
is
a
healthy.
sticky point, but
Right. No, but if it's so true, Jamie. If you're drinking this and it's 85 calories and it's saving you from going to Starbucks and spending $6 and getting like a beverage that has 280 to 350 plus calories, what is healthier?
right.
And it's not like that stuff's healthy anyway,
Right.
whatever they're using.
Right.
Okay, enough said.
All right, wait, not enough said. The big takeaway, because I've made this mistake in the past, the big takeaway is make sure you get the powder and not the liquid. Don't mix them up.
Absolutely. You cannot, they are not interchangeable.
not
The
at all.
amount of liquid that you need. I think it's something like 20 or 25 calories a tablespoon,
Yeah.
which does not go a long way. And it's like syrup and sweet and just bad news.
Powder is magic.
The powder is magic, but it also comes in sugar-free and fat-free, and I get whatever they have because they're not going
Yeah.
to have both.
Right.
This is the sugar-free. So tiny amount of sweetener, but whatevs. Okay, moving on to hack number 3.
Dun, dun,
My
dun.
love for powdered peanut butter never
I
ends.
was hoping there'd be a peanut butter one.
Mike, this is for you.
Yay.
Aw.
We actually have a peanut butter cake to try. So it's in a mug because that's the easiest way to make it. This is my new obsession. So I know I've been using powdered peanut butter forever. Remember back in the day, it was probably 2006 when PB2 came out. It was the
Bell
first.
Plantation.
Yep, and we broke their website and thousands of people ordered it and then their orders got lost and everyone complained to us. Do you remember it was like a
Oh,
huge
my
fiasco?
gosh.
Then they stopped returning our phone calls. It was terrible. Luckily now the world has caught on and everybody and their grandmother makes powdered peanut butter.
Yep.
It's a great product. It's typically, just pretty natural. It's peanut flour. So it's defatted peanuts turned into flour and you can do so many things with it. I love experimenting with it. But I'm going to walk you through how to make a peanut butter cake in a mug. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. And I want you to taste it maybe as I'm doing this. Mike.
Wait, before you do
Yes.
that, can you give anyone that's like not familiar with powdered peanut butter, like how do the nutritional information compare to regular peanut butter?
Okay, good. Well, so we'll set it up by saying this. Regular peanut butter has close to 200 calories for 2 tablespoons and about 17 or 18 grams of fat. This, it's ridiculous. So 2 tablespoons of this, which by the way, doesn't exactly equate the same amount of product that you get, but 2 tablespoons have about 50 or 60 calories, I would say, of powdered peanut butter, and a itty bitty, teeny tiny fraction of the fat. So, like, what is it? A couple of grams?
Like 2 grams.
Yeah, it's like 2 grams per serving, and a little goes a long way.
Right.
Again, you can use a little bit. Sometimes we mix and match. Like, we'll have real peanut butter and powdered peanut butter. If you want something to be extra peanut buttery without, we want to fake it for Mike and make something delicious for him.
Does that make the peanut butter creamier when you mix the powdered peanut butter into the regular peanut butter?
I mean, you can't, it's hard to make regular peanut butter creamier because it's like the creamiest substance of the world, but I think it makes it go a little bit further. So if you take regular peanut butter, put a little powdered peanut butter, a little tiny bit of water, and get your serving size bigger, I'd say sometimes it's easier to manipulate. It's easier to work with. You could drizzle it, and you can do more with it, and you're cutting the fat, and you're getting more bang for your calorie and fat buck, so to speak.
I love that. I'll just say real quickly, like, we've done so much with powdered peanut butter, but the hacks that you're going to tell us about today are like next level powdered peanut butter usage.
I think so too, truly, because it's like everyone's like, I put it in my smoothies. I mean, that's fine, but smell this cake. It smells so good. So the cake has, let's say what it is. Let me just say, I want to start by saying, if you are the laziest person on this entire planet and you just took a few tablespoons of powdered peanut butter and mixed it with a tiny amount of water, maybe a tablespoon and a half, mixed it up and threw that in the microwave with nothing else, you will get a moist, delicious cake.
No way.
Yes. It turns into a cake.
Easy?
It's that easy. But if you want to really like a real cake, like a legit cake you could serve to like human beings that you like that come to your house, this is it. So here's what you do. You take a 1/4 cup of the powdered peanut butter. 1/4 cup.
Do you have a favorite brand?
I do. I like PB Fit.
Oh, yeah, they're good.
PB Fit to me is my favorite. Then a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. That'll make it nice and fluffy. Make it cake-like. 2 tablespoons of egg substitute. 2 tablespoons of vanilla almond milk, unsweetened. A 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So it's hardly anything. It's just a few little things.
There's no actual flour. There's
Zero.
no cake mix.
0. You mix it up, and you throw it in the microwave for about a minute, and it'll be set. And you could dump it out of the mug and make it look like a little cute
Mike
cake.
cannot wait
can't
1
wait.
second longer.
Mike, just try that. You're going to pass out.
He's
So-
taking a huge bite.
It's so good for 128 calories.
Mike, you've never looked at me the way you're looking at that mug cake.
On your wedding day, I was there.
This whole thing is 180 calories.
No, 128.
100.
128.
There's no way.
Yes, and only 4.5 grams of fat.
And these are the numbers that blew my mind too.
Protein
15.5 grams.
through the roof.
It gets better. 9 grams of carbs for a cake.
Wow.
2 grams of sugar.
And 3.5 grams of fiber.
Everybody take your share so I can finish this.
You can just eat it. You enjoy it.
sure?
I'm positive. So this,
Jamie?
this is life-changing. You could add chocolate chips to it. You could top it with cinnamon. You could put powdered sugar on it. You could put a little bit of whipped topping. This is the dessert to change your life. But now I'm really going to blow your mind. Are you ready?
I don't know if I can handle it.
So I take this, but then I take it to the next level. This is what I've been eating for breakfast, like 2 or 3 times a week. I will add, so I mix and match. So this is going to get a little complicated. So you have to play. You have to channel me in your kitchen. Be a mad scientist.
Your inner Lillian.
Inner Lillian. So sometimes I take 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter or 3. I don't use the full 4. And then I add a bunch of tablespoons of oats. So I'll add like 5 tablespoons of oats. A tablespoon of oats only has 16 calories. So I add the same ingredients I use in the cake, except I take down a little bit of the powdered peanut butter and I add about 5 tablespoons of oats. And I mix it all up, same thing, egg, baking powder, whatever. Throw it in the microwave and you have like this insane breakfast mug. Wow. It's almost like either a chunky oatmeal, a muffin, or a pancake in a mug. And I will sometimes, if I'm feeling really crazy, I'll add a little bit of light butter on top or a little bit of
You're crazy.
syrup. I am crazy. Or you can even just take that mixture and throw it in the skillet and make pancakes out of it.
Can I name it?
Yes.
PB Oat Fin.
What's the fin?
Peanut butter, oatmeal, muffin.
Oh,
PB Oat Fin.
sounds like a fish.
Yeah.
The fin threw me.
Yeah, me too.
I'm almost done with this. Is like,
He's eating the whole cake.
it's so good.
It's okay. It's life-changing. I'm telling you, the oatmeal thing, the pancake thing, the muffin thing, just play around with it. And now that you have the calories in your brain, you could make it however you want. Just play. That's all I'm going to say. Play.
Today is going to be an early release from work so everyone can go home and play with their powdered peanut butter.
Play with your peanut butter. It's okay to play with your food.
Yeah,
It is.
totally.
All right. Do we have that down?
Yes.
Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just, wow.
That's
So-
my favorite.
There was no sugar added in that peanut butter thing?
No, I don't think there was. Because you know what it is? We did use PB Fit, and that is slightly sweetened. But there was a tiny bit of, there was no sweetener in it, but
Wow.
it is a little bit sweetened, that particular. But it doesn't
No,
need
it's
more.
not. It's not overpowering, but I just thought like, wow. I mean, it's got a little sweetness to it. So if it didn't have any sweetener, then
It's so good. So like if you bought powdered peanut butter and you just mix it with water and you try to spread it on bread and add jelly, I don't know, maybe it'll work for you or maybe it won't, but just play around with it and don't underestimate the power of baking with it. That is all I'm going to say. Okay, we ready for the next hack?
Ready.
Another retro hack. I still love them. They're still in my life. They're still my BFFs. Laughing Cow cheese wedges.
Oh, you guys go way back.
Way, way, way back. We had the cow at our offices.
really,
They shipped, well, I don't want to like burst anyone's bubble, but the cow is a costume.
What?
Yes, it's a costume.
It doesn't live with Santa Claus at the North Pole?
No,
then
the cow lived in our office for about a week and a half.
I do remember that.
was the question everyone wanted to know answered? What does a laughing cow sound like?
No, I don't. Who wore the costume? I guess an actor
remember,
came.
yeah.
And I heard no laughing.
No laughing?
No snickering, no giggling, nothing. But the cow is adorable. More importantly, these wedges, like we go so way, way, way back. 30 calories a wedge, right? 30? Still 30?
30, 35.
30 or 35? Yeah, 30. We had these tested. They came in under. They're under calorie. They were like 28 calories. But it's so good in everything. They come in flavors. They come in like white cheddar and mozzarella and pepper jack and more. But I just like the classic light wedges. Baby Bells, in the little wrapper, they're fine. They cannot hold a candle to the Laughing Cow cheese wedges. Some people might say, but the other ones are all natural, right? Aren't they natural, the Baby Bell?
I think they might be, yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It's a totally
These-
different animal.
Different animal. You can use this as a cream cheese substitute. It works in desserts. It works. One of the best things you can do with these, so you take our mini meatloaves and you stuff, like right before you throw them in the oven, cut a wedge in half and just like stick it in the middle of the mini meatloaf in the muffin pan.
It's like a little prize on the inside of your meatloaf.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is. And I have another use that's coming up in a minute. I'm not going to ruin it by telling you, but it's another fantastic use of this. And sauces. And like the first thing I did, I remember back in the day when someone introduced me to tofu shirataki noodles and I didn't know what they were and I thought they were weird and like a little bit rubbery and they came floating in liquid. It's like the Japanese tofu and yam flour, low calorie noodle. First thing I did, I said, I'm throwing a wedge of Laughing Cow. Threw a wedge of Laughing Cow into the skillet with a little bit of garlic powder, a little salt and pepper. It was like fettuccine Alfredo.
Wow.
Why? Because of these.
There was a long period of time in the test kitchen when almost every recipe you would taste, you'd come in and you'd be like, it's missing something. What would make this better? A wedge of Laughing Cow.
I know, sad, right?
No,
That's great.
it's happy.
It is happy. And we use a lot of reduced fat cream cheese now because, in all honesty, it is more natural.
Yeah.
So when possible, we'll use a more natural ingredient. These live in my life. They live in my face. They live in my refrigerator. And I'm in love with them. Stuff your burgers with them. Do whatever you want. Put them in stir fries. Melt it on top of your veggies. Just have these around.
I remember being so impressed once because we went to like a press event with them. I think you might have been like the guest of honor. And one of the girls that worked for Laughing Cow was so impressive. With one hand, she opened a wedge and like popped it in her mouth just like as is. She was like an expert Laughing Cow eater.
Really?
Yeah. She had like a whole technique to
She-
how
with
like
one
she
hand-
it was
one-handed-
very cool.
Amazing.
How do
And
you
it's
do
funny.
that?
I don't know, but I don't eat these alone. That's the weird thing. They're too rich for me.
I know,
Like, I
I-
can't eat them alone. That's amazing that
Yeah.
you did that. Would you eat this alone?
Yeah, totally. I would have
Interesting. I'm not a big,
He's gonna eat one
it's so
right now.
weird. It's
Try
like
and open
I'm
it with
not,
one hand.
I thought I'd be
Let me go to my
tasting
left.
things today. I'm not a huge like creamy cheese person unless it's made into a sauce or
Yeah.
used to flavor
Yeah.
something. Otherwise, it's just too intense for me. But anyway, life-changing, amazing.
It's like learning to use chopsticks. His hand is trying to
he's
figure
trying
it
to
out.
open it.
There's no way.
All right, maybe she used two hands, but it was still really like
Magical.
It was
Maybe
very
she just ate the
smooth.
foil.
It was very smooth the way she did it.
I can't even do it with 2 hands.
Okay. Are we ready for the next hack?
Next hack.
All right. 3-ingredient dough.
3.
3 ingredients in a dough. And there's a whole chapter with this in the latest Hungry Girl cookbook, Hungry Girl Simply 6, available where fine books are sold.
And crappy books,
And
too.
yeah, available where any books are sold. It's true. Fine and crappy books. But this is Fine Book, if you're curious. And there is a chapter using 3-ingredient dough. This is simply whole wheat flour, baking powder, and fat-free plain Greek yogurt. We're going to put a link up on our show, on the show page. And you're going to get to see how to make the dough. But there's so much you can do, and there are so many variations. So while it's great to make a pizza, you can do a whole lot. You can make bagels. I love the bagel bites. And I've been completely obsessing over the bagel bites just because of how easy they are to make. You literally just take whole wheat flour, you add a little bit of baking powder, you add some of that Greek yogurt. They're just, you don't need anything. A little tiny
You
bit
don't
of
need to
salt.
like knead it and wait for it to rise, nothing like that.
I mean, you get to squeeze it with your fingers.
But that's nice. That's like
It's
stress
fun.
relief.
It is. It's like therapeutic. And then, the ones in the book, I think there's a few different ones in the book. There's definitely everything bagel bites that use everything bagel seasoning. Those are great. But I have to say, I created a couple things this week that I think you're going to freak over and you
I
have to
love
try
that
them.
these are like covered like for a reveal. Like I didn't really quite know what was in these. Very secretive.
This is the best. So one day I was like, when I was home and desperate, I was like, what if I don't really have anything? What if I use flavored yogurt? So I started experimenting. But this, I want you to try these. These are blueberry bagel bites.
They're so cute.
They're
large
They're puffy.
and they smell delicious. These
Okay.
look like something you would get at like Dunkin' Donuts.
They do. And the swap out here is that I used blueberry yogurt and then freeze-dried blueberries. And it's like incredible.
This tastes just like a bagel.
Just like a blueberry. 100%.
It has 50 calories for this giant ball.
Wow. This is exactly like, I'll use the local one, Western Bagel, their blueberry bagel. Wow.
I don't even like blueberry bagels usually because they're too sweet.
You could have 4 of these for 200 calories.
I'll do it.
Mikey, you want to finish mine? Mm-hmm. You're going to be so full.
Good for you, Mike. So these are great alone. They're good with like light butter, cream cheese.
Laughing cow.
Okay. Well, hold on. Don't
Sorry.
don't jump the gun. The next one I have for you is even more exciting. So these are strawberry cheesecake bagel bites. So same deal. So took it, added strawberry yogurt, freeze-dried strawberries.
Oh my God.
But
There's a prize inside.
Stuffed the inside with Laughing Cow.
Oh my, this is the best thing.
Ever.
Wow.
Right?
Did you do anything to the Laughing Cow?
No.
This is better than the peanut butter in a mug thing.
Whoa.
Yeah. This is
I
great.
don't disagree. I really don't disagree.
Wow.
I was so excited about these.
Oh
and
my gosh.
I think people, I want to put it like a chapter in the next book with these because there are a bazillion variations that we can do. So
I can't
play
believe How
around.
good that is. I'm not normally a bagel person, but I like that I could have a couple of these, and they don't feel as like heavy as, and they're lighter. These have 50 calories each. It's crazy.
It's completely crazy. Can we just end the show now and eat these? Please.
I don't know. I think there's one more thing for us to eat.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, just play around. Just if you have an hour or two, they take no time. But you can make 10 different
it's
ones.
so good.
And like, even if you just want to be creative, use coconut yogurt, add a little crushed pineapple, just anything. Instead, just flavor it up and be creative. Be your own mad scientist. That's what I always say. Although Hungry Girl recipes are amazing, I hope more than anything they inspire people to be creative in the kitchen and take things and run with it. And nothing makes me happier than when we hear from fans who are like, I did this and then I changed it to that. And I'm like, that's a great idea.
Yep. And for those that can't, cookbooks.
True. You're right. Works either way. Alrighty, ready for the next
Bring it on.
next hack? All right. This is how to make your slushies and smoothies better.
Oh,
Just
Mike
way
needs
better.
this.
Way better. So I feel like people sometimes are a little bit lazy with what they throw in their blender. And I think that the problem is you go to a smoothie shop and you see them throwing in a whole bunch of yogurt or giant big fat tablespoons of gloppy peanut butter and things that add hundreds of calories and dozens of fat grams. You just don't need to do that. Like whole big frozen bananas, you don't need to do that.
I've seen them peel and add 2 fresh bananas, and it like disappears.
Right, and all of a sudden you've had that plus two
It's
or
like
four
250
tablespoons.
calories. Yeah.
And think about the peanut butter.
Yeah.
So you've just had 900 calories.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Depressing.
It really is. So first hack is, and I like this. So one of the things I love to do is just take, again, I am a person that probably 90% of the time I'm eating all natural stuff. Occasionally I do a cheat and I'll have like a sugar-free drink mix packet. I'll do it in a cocktail, or if I'm feeling like I want to treat myself to a dessert, I'll do it then. And so I throw maybe a pineapple, like crush drink mix packet that I get on Amazon. We should link out to those too.
They're so good.
So yummy. Or a peach Weiler's one. And then I throw that in a blender with a lot of crushed ice, a little bit of water, and then a few tablespoons of crushed pineapple.
Ooh.
Blend it up. You'll pass out.
I would never think to put that in a smoothie.
It's not even, I don't even think of it. This one is more like it's almost like a substitute for a snow cone.
Oh, yeah.
So
like
it's more like a slush, like an icy slush. So
You're
it's a
famous
fruity,
for your slushies.
I know, I
you
love
put the
them.
lushy in slushy.
With and without alcohol. So this works with alcohol too. But if you don't want to and you just want like a nice 50-calorie dessert slushy, I say sugar-free drink mix packet, a bunch of ice, a few tablespoons of crushed pineapple in a blender, and you're good to go. Again, I serve this to people. They freak out.
I feel like that's such a great, like, midday, super low calorie, sweet tooth fix.
It is.
Without the alcohol.
Okay, but say you want to make smoothies at home. And you do like the idea of using frozen banana because it adds texture and flavor, especially when, like, we're big on buying bunches of bananas that turn, like, dark brown. And I don't like to eat a brown banana. I don't like a green banana. I don't like a brown banana. There's, like, a one-day window of banana perfection. So when those bananas go brown, what I do is I cut them in half, and then I slice each half into coins. It's just like slice them. There's like 5 or 6 per half. Put them in little tiny snack Ziplocs and throw them in the freezer.
Oh, that's smart.
Then when you're ready to make your smoothie, you just grab a little half banana out of your baggie. That's so retro. Your Ziploc or whatever it is, throw it in the blender. You're good. And again, for texture and flavor without a lot of calories, I support that. And the hack number 3 is frozen mango chunks. Tropical and good for texture. So they'll add good texture to anything and good flavor. And you just buy these. You want to make sure you get the ones without sweetener or syrup, and you get them in the frozen section in a bag.
I've seen them at Costco actually.
Yeah, they do. They have them.
They have like a frozen fruit section with like smoothies and stuff like that, like stuff for smoothies, and I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Yeah, I bet they have big bags of it.
Yeah.
But mango really makes everything have a better texture. Like even if you think you don't like mango, if you use it in that way, it totally works.
Is it weird that I'll sometimes eat the frozen mango chunks, like, just out of the freezer? Just, like, snack on them? They're so good.
It's good.
Better than a popsicle.
Yeah, like frozen grapes, like frozen fruit is good. Mango, even pineapple works like
And
that.
you eat it more slowly, because I am the type of person that could, like, eat my weight in fruit. So having it frozen is good.
Okay, so is this the last hack?
No, keep them coming.
Okay, because we'll do this again, I think.
Yeah.
I
Because
think
have
so.
a lot more. All right, the last hack of the day is, and this one people thought I was really weird, but I have to tell you, I make oatmeal with unconventional liquids. So for people out there that are newbies that don't know the joys of growing oatmeal, I'm going to explain the concept.
Sounds so mysterious. Unconventional liquids.
I don't mean like, I don't know, what's mercury? That's not even a liquid, is it? It's not.
I believe it is a liquid, but it's like a solid.
It's like a solid liquid.
Yeah.
I don't mean that. I'm not a weirdo.
Yeah.
But like, all right, so I'll talk a little bit about what a growing oatmeal concept is. And basically you use, look how much oatmeal this is.
Wow.
I almost
This is one
dropped it.
serving.
It was so heavy.
Literally, this is one serving.
That's ridiculous.
So oatmeal to me is sad because I like old-fashioned slow cooking oats. Steel cut's fine. I am the canister of Quaker oats all the way person. And so a half cup serving has 150 calories, but they tell you to cook it with a cup of liquid, a cup of water or milk normally.
Wait, I have to tell you real quickly. I just gave us each a big ramekin full of it, and I feel like I haven't even put a dent in the bowl.
You haven't. That's really funny. So they tell you to put a cup of liquid into a half a cup, and you get this pathetic serving. But we learned.
Mike, wait for the reveal.
You can try it. We've learned, and then I'll tell you what's in it. But we've learned that if you put twice as much liquid, so 2 cups with that same 1 cup, and then you cook it for like twice as long, let it sit and boil, slow boil for
Gotta be patient.
20 minutes. Just watch it. It'll thicken. and then you just turn the stove off and you let it sit for another 15, 20 minutes. You have to be patient, you're right?
Yeah.
And then you get this gigantic, growing, huge
Yeah.
bowl. What do you think of this?
It's great.
Especially with our new overnight version, which is where you make it at night and then it really thickens.
Yeah, that's a whole other story. This particular one was made with banana almond brise,
I can
which
taste
I
that.
think is like the best. And I don't mean you. I think there's only 4 ounces of banana. There's a cup and a half of water, or a cup of water, and like there may be a mixture of banana almond brise and vanilla. But it's so creamy and it has that nice banana
See, Erin
hint.
will tell us.
it's
She
almost-
did.
I
yeah,
told her to
just
do
4 to
only
5
like 4,
ounces,
right?
yeah.
It almost has like almost a tapioca pudding kind of feel to it.
Consistency.
Very gooey.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's so yummy. But that's not the only unconventional liquid I use. I use coffee, brewed coffee.
Oh, I love that recipe.
So you can even, if you like it like really strong, you could use 2 cups of brewed coffee instead of any water, or you could do 1 and 1.
Yeah. I was
yeah.
just gonna say, just make sure that you do keep an eye on your oatmeal and don't pull a
Oh
Jamie,
gosh.
because Jamie doesn't keep an eye on her oatmeal and it
Yeah,
boils over, and then I have to clean
I
it.
know.
Oh, you need to call Olga.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
Olga's left
She
a
cleans
note.
Hungryland on Fridays, and she tattles on everybody,
Yeah.
and she's
Yeah.
always tattling on Jamie.
Yeah.
She left a note for Jamie last
Did.
week.
Yeah.
She did leave me a note.
She's like, she should use the other burner. Anyway, you don't want to get on Olga's bad side.
I know. She'll rearrange my desk and hide things.
Anyway, so yeah, you don't let it boil. If you let it boil over, it's going to ruin everything because you need the liquid. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Don't let it go over the pot. Just pay attention, sit there and watch it. So coffee is great, and you're probably thinking weird, but no, it's not. It's like a latte oatmeal. And then the other day I made for my husband, I made him matcha green tea oatmeal.
Ooh.
Boy, was it hideous.
Oh, was it?
It was
Oh.
so ugly, but so good. So
Okay.
matcha powder.
I bet matcha powder and oatmeal would be really good with a little bit of this.
Oh yeah,
The sugar-free
absolutely.
coffee
The sugar-free.
mate.
Yeah,
'Cause then
he
it would be
doesn't-
like a
It would
green
be-
tea cream.
1,000,000%.
Was
So
it the-
I made it creamy with something else, but he doesn't eat this stuff. Unfortunately, I do.
Was it the matcha powder from Trader Joe's?
Yes.
Yeah. I heard
The
that
best
sounds
one.
good. Yeah.
TJ's matcha powder is
I gotta
number
get some. I've
one.
never had it there, but I gotta get some.
Yeah. Well, I did it, and it was good.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
So just again, be experimental. I don't know what else could people. What other liquids? I would not use soda.
Yeah, I wouldn't use lemonade.
No, I wouldn't use
Wouldn't
anything.
use orange juice.
I wouldn't use juice.
I feel like you've named the really good ones.
Maybe tea would be good too.
Hmm.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did say green tea, but like black tea would be good.
What about that red rose flavored teas?
Oh, we did. We used to make them. Remember? They are amazing. Do
Wow.
they still make those teas? Those are so good.
I think they're around.
Strawberry, blueberry bliss,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, you brew your tea and use it in oatmeal.
Yeah.
Those are phenomenal.
Wow.
Great. Just be creative, people.
Should be
Do
a
you feel
cheer.
inspired?
Be creative.
Be creative.
I do feel
that?
inspired. Mike, what's your favorite hack that we learned today?
Well, I mean, you know it's going to be the peanut butter. Actually, the strawberry cheesecake or
Bagel bites.
bagel bite things were amazing. So a tie.
Yeah.
I can't cheat on peanut butter, so it's a tie
I have to tell you, I'm working on a special recipe for you.
with peanut
I
butter.
am with peanut butter. Just to add a little to split the whole wheat flour and the peanut butter and the peanut flour, and then add like peanut butter chips
Ooh.
in those little bagel bites. That's going to be for your
wow.
birthday. When's your birthday again?
January.
Oh, good. I have some time.
Yeah, I have some time.
All right. So if you want more
Excited.
information on all of these exciting and life-changing hacks and tricks and recipes, you can go to our Foodcast page, which you can find at hungry-girl.com/foodcast. If you want more ideas and recipes and inspiration on a daily basis, you should be getting the daily emails. You can get those at hungry-girl.com. Mike, if you like being texted, right, with like people's opinions and thoughts,
Yeah.
what should they do?
They can text me at 805-380-8075. And I apologize. We were on vacation last week, so I didn't answer any texts immediately like I said I would, but I'm back. So, yeah.
He's backlogged.
We want to hear your hacks.
Yeah, that's true.
Email
and,
us,
or put
text
them in the
us,
community.
Put them in the
even.
community. What are your hacks?
Where's the community?
Well, it's the Hungry Girl group. It's called the What's Chewin' community. You can find it if you go to our main Facebook page and click on groups
Yep, it's there. Jamie's in there all the time.
all the time.
I wake up to like 18 notifications. Jamie Goldberg posted in the What's Chewin' community. Jamie Goldberg. Anyway, it's great. It's a great community. So supportive.
Yeah.
People share everything in there. So definitely post in there. And I guess that's it. Is that all? Is that everything?
Well, should we tell people? Isn't there some exciting news coming up? Don't you have some like
Have a lot of appearances. You're right, I do.
Spill the beans,
Okay,
Lise.
I should say so. So if you're anywhere near Brooklyn next Wednesday, or if you have a blog and you are interested in growing your business, I will be speaking at Blog Her, the Creators Summit, on Thursday. Next Thursday, what is it, the 19th? I think it's
I believe
September
so. We'll put
19th.
some information up on the Foodcast page.
So I'm speaking there.
Cool.
And then on Friday, I'll be at the Stop and Shop because, like, everyone thinks, not everyone, but some people think I'm on the Stop and Shop tour, that I'm like driving the truck. I am not.
For months on end.
Not. But I'm going to 2 of the stores, and they'll be on the East Coast. So I'll be at the Bayside store, which is my old stomping grounds. I used to live around the corner. So I'll be back in my old hood next Friday, the 20th, at the Bayside Stop and Shop on Bell Boulevard in Bay Terrace. And then I will be in Huntington at the Stop and Shop on Sunday, like Sunday morning at some point. We'll put all the info up there. So that'll be so much fun.
will.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then I'll be at the New York City Wine and Food Festival in October,
Nice.
which I'm excited
You're just everywhere.
about. Yep, everywhere. I wish I could teleport all these places. But yeah, thank you for reminding. Okay.
That's what I do.
Good.
Should we tease next week's episode?
Yes.
Because it's huge.
Yes.
It's
Good idea.
ginormous. It's so big we might have to like cut it into 2.
I
or
don't
something.
know.
I don't know.
Yes, but now, all right, we have been gathering a pumpkin haul like you have never seen before. We have like 18 pumpkin products.
It's so funny because we were trying to get a jump on this. We wanted to do it really early, and it was like crickets. We couldn't find any pumpkin products. And then in the last 2 weeks, it was just pumpkin everything.
Yep. So we're going to try it all.
The Great Pumpkin Haul.
Yep. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We're going to, could we wear all orange that day?
I
Yes.
don't know if I have an orange.
I'll buy
We're
you.
going shopping.
I'll buy you
Okay.
something. Nordstrom Rack. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You truly are the best. We appreciate you and love you. And we'll be back next week with another exciting episode. But till then, I'm Lisa Lillian, also known as Hungry Girl. Till next time, do the right thing.